Here we are once again. Yeah, you saw the thumbnail. Yeah, you saw the title. I don't know what it is, but it's probably some over dramatized title that my lovely editor put. But this is going to be a very serious video. So yeah, for the first time ever, our appeal got rejected. Yeah. Out of the, look at this. They started tracking me in 2019. In March 20th, 2025, I get banned. I get unbanned after a day. This was for me telling a chatter to kill themselves. Fair. Banned April 26th. I was banned for 2 weeks. Unbanned after 2 days because I appealed it. This was me for calling Frogan fat. June 5th, I was banned. Unbanned after 5 days after I appealed it, after they fucked up my appeal process for 5 days because I called Denims a whore because she had an OnlyFans. And now we've been banned again on June 25th because I told Denims, because she was complaining about being called a whore, I said, okay, well, if you don't want to be called a whore, then don't have an OnlyFans. And now I've been banned for a week, and for the first time ever, my appeal was rejected. Now, if you're noticing a trend, my bans are getting longer and longer and longer, and now my appeals are being rejected. I once again said, how come I cannot explain to someone why they're experiencing hatred? The same woman who has accused myself of being a criminal, as well as many of my friends for being criminals. And I'm not using the word criminal to be a blanket statement with me being uncomfortable with what she accused me of being. I'm just saying this because she has accused me of so many crimes, as well as my friends, of so many crimes that can ruin careers that there's too many to fucking count and recite. Now, here's the thing. I was warned about 2 to 3 months ago that Twitch was going to permanently ban me. And I told you guys that Twitch was going to permanently ban me. However, here's the issue. I think they realized that if they were to flat out ban me, then it would look very, very, very sus. A guy with no infractions whatsoever, and now they've permanently banned me? Wouldn't look good, would raise a lot of red flags, and would honestly probably turn me a martyr into Twitch, which, to be honest, is kind of already happening because everybody knows what's going on with me. It makes no fucking sense. It's incredibly fucked up, and the only people who disagree are people with pre-existing negative biases who are most likely part of Hassan's orbit, and that is just the truth. Now, here's what I'm starting to get a little bit suspect of. Ban never happened, and I said, oh, they only banned me for a day. Okay, that's interesting. Well, now they banned me for 2 days. Huh. Now they banned me for 2 weeks. Weird. Now they banned me for a week, but my appeal was rejected, and I'm going to be banned for 7 days. So I've been banned for 1 day, then 2 days, then 5 days, then 7 days. I believe that I only have one other ban option left, which is 30 days. And after that, if I get banned again, I believe I'm going to be permanently banned. And there is some issues that comes with being permanently banned on Twitch. Now, there is not a problem with me being unbanned and never streaming on Twitch. Because what being permanently banned means is that if any of my friends ever stream on Twitch, I can never go on their streams ever again. I can never interact with pretty much anybody of the Twitch community. The same thing happened to another guy by the name of Destiny. Another thing happened to another streamer called the name of Aiden Ross. And while I think it's flattering to be involved in the same naming circle as those two, I don't believe that I want to be permanently banned. I think that would definitely be a misplay. So I would like to say I am considering, once I get unbanned, ceasing all streams on Twitch. There's a couple of reasons why I want to do this. I'm considering this. I'm thinking about turning my Twitch platform into strictly where I do sponsors or some sponsors. You'll need to delete the Twitch channel so they can't ban you. That's the other thing, is I believe that if I get unbanned on Twitch and I don't even stream there, I actually do think that they might ban me anyways for nothing, for off-site violations of TOS. Now, obviously, you guys know, being banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat being banned for merely explaining why someone's getting hate for being called a whore is absolutely fucking outrageous. Now, could you argue that I deserve the ban? Well, here's one thing that you can't deny. I did not deserve the Frogan ban. And let me tell you why. Because the Twitch TOS strictly states that a person has expressed they don't like being called that word, and they've expressed that it bothers them and they choose to continue. What's crazy is Frogan has gone on record saying being called fat does not bother her. She says it's boring and unoriginal and she doesn't care. So what's crazy is I still got banned for 2 weeks via brigading from their community, actively reporting me for something of which I should have never been reported that. Did you tell Twitch this? Yes. Yes, in fact, I did. So I am considering not streaming on Twitch altogether. I am considering deleting my account altogether. Now, that being said, what is currently holding me to continue streaming on Twitch? One, money. Money's nice, but the reality is that I'm not even kidding you, and this might seem staggering, I get about 5% of my income from Twitch every month. I make around $9,000 to $13,000 off of Twitch, which might sound like a lot, and trust me, it absolutely is. $13,000 is a fuck ton of money. But when you factor in that I make 120 grand off YouTube every month, and I'm already making 50 grand a month off of Kick with less viewers, and I make an additional 200 to 300,000 a month off of the sponsors I do every month, well, now all of a sudden that 10K doesn't seem like much, especially when that 5% of my money is causing me a whole shit ton of grief. Now, I do believe that I have sufficiently milked the fuck out of this situation. Absolutely. I have milked the fuck out of it. I don't think there's a single person who hasn't heard of what happened between me and Twitch. It's been on every website. It's been on every social media channel. It's been on Asmongold, More Pegasus, Sensitive Society, Hassan, Denims, my enemies, my allies. Everybody has been talking about this shit. And I am more relevant than I've ever been in my career because you know what people love? An underdog story. They love it. I've gone from 800,000 subscribers to 1.01 million in the span of 2 months when I was stuck at 800K for 2 years. Hit trending multiple times, my streams and my videos alike, because now I have received this second opportunity. And the second opportunity was given to me because I'm sure if you're a new viewer, you have heard that I am the worst human being on earth. I'm sure that if you're a new viewer, you've heard that I've committed atrocities, that I've killed people, that I've abused people, that I've manipulated people, that I'm a piece of shit, that I've backstabbed all of my friends, and I hold loyalty to no one, and I'm an absolute bottom-feeding piece of shit. And then you watch one of my videos, and you go, what the fuck are they talking about? When I agree with like 90% of what this guy says. I understand what my controversial opinions are. I understand that my worst take right now is my stance on AI. I don't care. That's how I feel. It is what it is. And if I can't have an audience that can disagree with me, if a person says, I disagree with this one guy on this one opinion, I can no longer support him, I don't want to fucking have that person in my chat anyways. I do this shit to give my opinion, you give your opinion, we further each other's understandings, and maybe we grow a little bit. Pressure and tension is how coal turns to diamonds. That's the absolute truth. Now, my other worst take ever is that spoons are useless, but I digress, and I don't feel like getting into that and rehashing that from 6 months ago. But what this banning, what this Twitch putting me on the gallows and me coming back and me coming back and me coming back and me coming back, just like your mother does every night when I fight, is that it's given me a second opportunity to really show who I've become and how my content is presented in 2025. I'm very proud of the man who I am today. I love the fact that I've had to endure so much bullshit. A lot of things that people can't even fathom dealing with and still having the strength to go on and continue streaming. It reminds me a lot of other creators like Asmongold, for example, or Nuxtaku, who daily receive career-ending issues, people shitting on them non-fucking stop, and it rolls off their shoulder and they say, anyways, I'm gonna go live. I love this new era that we're all in, where cancel culture no longer exists. Now let me explain to you why I can never be canceled. Now, number one, I've never done anything cancelable. Now, number two, people sure do pretend that I've done stuff that's cancelable, and in their augmented sense of reality, I'm sure I'm the next Adolf Hitler. But here's the reality. I don't do content with other people. I'm not worried about it. And if I do, they're all degens, so they don't care. Number 8, all my sponsors are in Japan and China, and they don't speak English. They say, oh, the fuck guy, he want to play my gotcha game. I do that now. And that's it. And I go, oh, okay, great. Or I'll be reached out by the American sponsors who are, to be honest, right-leaning, and they go, oh, this Tectone guy, one of the best streamers I've ever seen. To be honest, he really promotes freedom, everything America is about. I want him to be sponsored by my beef jerky. For the boys, it's delicious. Try it today. Use code Tectone. Love this guy with my whole heart. Tired of all these blue-haired lesbians going after my boy. Please talk about our product. Absolutely. Would love that. Love Donald Trump. Great fucking guy. Personal friend. Personal friend. But you can't really do anything. Everything that people have said about me has already been falsified or is from 5 years ago, and it's not really that deep. Yeah, guys, I had a divorce. Yeah, guys, I played Genshin Impact. Yeah, guys, I have a bitter ex-girlfriend that's trying to ruin my life. Do you want to say it again? Because I promise you, these guys didn't care the first time, and they're not going to care the 10th time. And you want to know why that is? Because the era of over-emotional responses and the era of brainless sheep following is becoming smaller and smaller. And we're entering the era of people who have attention spans, rational thought, and the ability to make their own decisions based off of the factual information that's presented, not just because, well, this woman sure was crying, which means she's right. Yes, guys, unfortunately, we're in an era where far too many people have cried wolf. Here's the positive. There's too many people who have cried wolf, which means less and less people are going to be fucked over by falsified information. Now, here's the con. Now real victims will not be believed. So you stupid fucking lesbians, you stupid fucking woke retards, congratulations. You have ruined the internet for everyone. Good job. The tolerant left sure made this place a whole lot worse, but I'll be real, just like COVID, nobody cares anymore, so it doesn't exist. So, I will most likely make an update video on this, but I am considering it. And I am very curious to test the waters. If I do not stream for 1 month after I get unbanned, will I get banned again even while I'm not streaming? Because here's a little fact that a lot of people have not registered yet. All of these things that I've been banned for, 5 bans on Twitch, 3 of them have been done, the last 3 have been done while streaming on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Guys, do you want to deny the agenda? Why do you think I got banned only on Twitch while streaming to 2 other platforms, at a point 3 other platforms, where the 3 other platforms never had an issue with what I did, but then only Twitch had an issue with what I did? Why does only Twitch consider what I did unwarranted harassment, and the other 2 platforms didn't? The other 3 platforms didn't. And that's because whether you want to say I'm tinfoil hatting or not, there are some people on Twitch who really don't like me. And there are some people on Twitch who truly don't want to see me succeed. But the reality is, there is something that's not adding up for anybody who's sound of mind. I think everybody can smell a fucking rat. And Twitch, you will get what's coming to you. Maybe not soon, but eventually. and I can't wait for that to happen. We'll see what I decide when I get unbanned. And of course, I will do one stream on Twitch when I get unbanned. And we will discuss the future of my content on twitch.tv/Tectone and our plans moving forward. That day will be, for anybody who's curious, why don't we just go ahead and call it July 2nd, July 3rd. And I will see you all there. The future of that channel hangs in the balance, and I cannot wait to keep you guys updated. I'm going to be heavily monitoring the comments of this video. I am going to be reading every single one, and feel free to comment on further videos, your thoughts on this matter. We'll talk about it. It might be my final stream on Twitch. We will figure it out. Leave me a comment on what you guys think I should do. And yeah, I will see you guys there. And I appreciate you guys. And the number one thing to do, if you have been watching all this video, like, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell on for all notifications, because that's what helps my channel the most. And before you guys click off, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making my channel allowed to be what I've always wanted it to be, which is holding justice for the bullies on this platform. It's a lot of fun talking about current events and getting you guys excited to talk about what's going on in the world and whatever games we decide to play on the rare occasion that happens. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for always having my back. I hope I never let you guys down as a streamer, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.